How are you, Bonnie?
I'm doing well, Tim. How are you doing?
You doing good? Did you have a good vacation last month?
I did. I wish we'd start having the meetings in New Jersey in July at the beach.
Yeah.
You know.
I think we could do that.
I'm gonna have to get a hotspot or something at the new beach house. I couldn't log in or anything.
Okay. I was curious because I knew you told me you were going to try to Zoom, and then I didn't see you, so I figured.
Yeah, I got stuck in the meeting before the meeting, so a little late.
That's fine. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Mark Dennis, Nathan Tormellan,
Here.
JJ Reinhardt,
Here.
Bonnie Good, here, Tim Harden,
Here.
John Kelly.
Here.
Awesome.
Okay. Did everybody have a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Okay. Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Yes. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Any public hearing? How about old business? New business? Reedy Financial Group.
Alrighty. Good afternoon, everybody. A couple things for you on the financial update this month. On your claims, there's a quality of life grant that you guys approved last time for the Freeman Army Airfield Museum. That amount was for $3,461. We did want to remind you that that is half of what they were requesting when they came for that. The other half you guys will pay at a later date when the project is completed. Just wanted to remind you guys of that. You do still have about $92,000 available for quality of life grants if you so choose to move forward on any others. July ended at $2.7 million roughly this month. And another thing I wanted to remind you guys on is the TIF neutralization process. We're getting near the end of that now, looking through each allocation area parcel by parcel and analyzing those changes in AVs and abatements and deductions, and a couple things that we need to work through with the auditor's office and assessor's office still, and we will let you know when those are complete and kind of how things are looking for next year's AVs. Do you guys have any questions on this month's at all?
No further questions. Thanks, Cole.
Okay, thank you.
See you next month. All right. Claims. Did everybody have a chance to review the claims from this month? Any discussion at all? Can I get a motion to approve the claims as presented?
I'll make a motion.
Motion. Second, Tim?
Second, yeah.
Okay. All right, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Any miscellaneous business?
Sure, because 3 minutes is way too short of a time for a meeting. I'm going to stand up and talk for a couple just for my own entertainment purposes. Also going to try not to tap on the podium because you can hear it in the speakers behind me. No, all joking aside, want to give you a quick update and avoid the engineer's version of this update. 4th and O'Brien roundabout is getting close to being opened. Last few pieces are being worked on. They keep telling me soon, but the definition of soon seems to change every time I ask. So be ready, because probably before you guys meet again, we should see something. And if not, don't quote me on it if the Tribune's listening online. Second piece, 2nd Street is still in utilities. We're waiting on the utility piece to get wrapped up. Everything is moving along, doing pretty well. Blueberries to Chad Dixon for being able to get 2nd Street and staying on that. Not 2nd Street, 2nd Community, the intersection back open before school. It's not perfect, but at least it's passable. They were hustling. They did a good job.
Look out my window, man, they were racing.
They did a great job, honestly, on it all, joking aside. South of Bryan Street's in the right-of-way process, which is a huge pain when it comes to the amount of paperwork that goes into it, but it is a piece that has to be done on every project that we do. So that is in the works. CCMG 2024-1, we should see some roads starting before the end of the season here. They won't be able to get all the roads finished before the end of the year, so they'll come back in the spring to wrap up what is not completed. But I know they're out there doing legwork on the front end, trying to make sure they have everything in place. Last but not least, Fire Chief Eric Roll is here also. Just want to remind you that we would like to buy a fire truck sometime before the end of the year. We'll probably be back once we have all the fine details worked out to see if that's something that RDC can help us with. You know, it's always fun to figure out how to fund the next 3/4 to $1.2 million project. So once we get everything together, we'll be back. We'll have another chat about that one. Making sure he's not standing up holding papers behind me or anything on that one. And beyond that, thank you guys for all your support. You have been a huge boost to the community over the years, and I very much appreciate you. So I just want to get that out loud. And again, 3 minutes is too short for a meeting. So if there's no questions, I've only added 2 more minutes, and there you go.
I have another question, so we'll add another minute or two. Does anybody have anything for him?
I've got one quick question. Have we funded fire truck in the past?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something you did, and I'm not going to name which truck because I don't remember exactly, but it was through one of the processes several years ago.
Is that something that there is some budget allotment for equipment and we're just adding to that, or are they going to be looking for the entire cost of it?
That's what we're sorting through right now. We're exploring all kinds of funding sources, trying to figure out what the best, I'm going to call it, package is to make it as equitable for everybody as possible. So when I come back and ask for all of it, you can remind me of that comment. Anything else? I'll sit down. Thank you all.
I had a question about the quality of life, since we've got some money in those funds, and I didn't know if it's something that we could be proactive and look at approaching, or if we should wait for them to come to us or discuss it. But it's brought to my attention about over at Geyser Park, when the parking area doesn't have any lights at night, and it's very dark in that area. But I also know that we funded some of the cost of the new pickleball courts, and the lighting around those is very limited. And when you look at the basketball courts and the amount of lights they have on the basketball courts compared to that, so sounds like we may have an update here.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that one up. Actually, Park Director Chad Keithley has done a really good job finding some community partners. He received some money from the Jackson Township trustee to pay for part of it. As the project has come along, he has now got a materials donation from a vendor. So the lighting on the pickleball courts, at least, is pretty much taken care of at this point.
Great.
Parking lot wise, not as much, but they did figure out how to get the courts lit.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I was just wondering if that's something we would want to consider or look at to add some lighting for safety in the area there, or if it felt like that fell under our preview of.
So perhaps if the Park and Rec department sends us a request or something to look at it that way, because right now we don't know what the specifics would be.
Right. I just wanted,
Yeah.
before I reached out, if that was an option, I wanted to make sure if that's something we would look at or consider, or felt like we needed to leave that to other avenues versus something we'd look at.
Have we updated, I mean, we've talked about updating, being more specific. I mean, have we done anything on that yet?
No, we haven't.
Okay. I guess I'd like to see us refine the guidelines first, and then if that falls underneath it, then, you know, I mean, be happy to entertain anything that falls underneath it, honestly, you know.
Okay.
So.
I think you might want to be careful how you place them down there too, because of the houses across the street.
Okay. Anything else for the good of the order?
I think we probably gotta sign the, resolution for the amended copies. We probably need to sign those today.
Was that what we signed when we all came?
We approved
I believe it was.
the amended resolution, I think we,
Yes.
but the one we signed didn't have the amendment in it, I don't think, did it?
Oh, is that,
I don't think so.
okay.
I'm not sure, because we added the lien requirement at the meeting.
And then I put an amended copy with the lien requirement in Jane's office, and I thought,
I'm pretty sure that's the
Maybe
one
we
that I
did
signed.
stop by and sign
I
that,
stopped
I
by
can't
and signed it.
remember.
I think only one person did not sign.
I
and
did
I'm-
not, because
okay.
they told me they had enough on it
Okay.
already, and, I didn't need to come in.
Okay. So I think that one's settled.
Okay, now that it's mentioned, I remember coming up to the mayor's office and signing something,
Gotcha.
one
That-
that Jane had.
Yeah, that would have been the one in
Okay,
Jane's
that was the
office.
amended copy.
Okay.
Then I'll shut up.
No, you're fine.
If there's nothing else, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I second.
Second, okay. Meeting adjourned.
Is that long enough, Mayor?
11 minutes.
I only added 2.